Success Mindset Seminars with the Apostle Jubal Tim Rivera.
Now ba mi share lili kwanta yumi lo sampla ting title blo disla sharing blo yumi lo now talk blo God by mixim lo now emolsem. If you can think, you can become. If you can think it, you can become it. Awesome. In other words, you can talk awesome. Alo talk pusin him so you can think him, you can come up with something you think. If you don't think it, then you won't become it. So by saying that, nung samplap liba to ko semai, nami sa tingin ta so lao nami no come up. Look ma. Because namen lo think na by you come up lemya, and plan something you must go through. So mila story lilig lo this la process. Okay, that's where planti blemi sa you misa fail ta so lo. Walk about him this la process lo look him come lo fulfillment lem, becoming lem. Come up lemya. Time suppose you finish the process, come up with something you think and come up with how you think. Now, if you can think, you can become. Okay. This la word think. One plus verb. One plus action word. Like English you meet of verb. No noun. One plus action verb. A word. So it's a verb. verb. So when we say think, that means you need to do some action, do some process. So kind of some scripture, you may look Proverbs chapter 23 verse 7. As a man think in his heart, so is he. So as a man thinks, it becomes that which he thinks. Suppose you think you become a businessman, you become a businessman. But then by the kay namin sa tingin business ya, plenty business meeting yung tasol. I'm gonna fail now, na mino come up. Na ito ko kay meeting ko sa pamigo finishing school na pami come up lakan mano meritasol. I'm lo come up. How? So that means there is a missing link between how we think and how we become. Okay. Now, the Bible talks about as a man thinking is that the man who thinks, the man is the noun. And thinking, the action that the man must do is called thinking. It's not running, it's not sleeping. Tingin action sing. If you can think it, you will become it. I'm not talking if you can sing it, you will become it. As a man sings in his heart, so is he. I'm talking no heart. So that means thinking is the underlying thing, process that if you want to become a singer, you want to become a businessman, you want to become an accountant, or you want to become what you want to become, the underlying process or action that one needs to do is to think. If you want to be a singer, you cannot sing and become a singer. You have to think how to sing so that your singing can make you become a singer. If like singing. Kind of there are so many electricians around the place. But if they are not thinking beyond just being an electrician, you won't become a businessman. You won't own an electrical company too. Kind of today there are so many accountants, they have degrees. But not all accountants have accounting firms. I'm straight up. You see, you have to think out of the box to become that which you think. Kind of all man think, no can all level, but then all racing level, but think blow lo narrow market. Some companies, no thing or some companies. We must think. So if we think and we become something that now eyes have seen and ears have heard, and I'm seeing all bell man to David talk come up like a man and make him finish. Oh, David na kati talk make him and now walking finish na may looking. Tingin. Oh, this laman talk walking and make him finish. Na suppose you mean settle lo this will have. And by you mean na continue lo touching one something God start lo bell lo God I no look him na. Iyaw arem nem no sinon lo bell lo man. Apostle Paul to kosem you must am to kosem you must go lo something where I no look him na. Ino sinon lo bell lo man na. Ayaw arem nem no sinon lo bell lo man. This why I'm God prepare him lo man who said or like him God or God like him more. Or like him God na God like him more. So every time if you think about cup, na you make manufacture him cup. This like an cup na you manufacture him. Emo sa I look him na iyaw arem nem sinon lo bell lo man na testing no so like an cup. But then suppose man to ko what if I put an end all to this cup? And looking. So this is something that all I know looking at because now looking at him just physical cup without an handle. You look him. So if you can think, next while old man satisfied with this creation, now enjoying stuff. Next minute you come with the same cup at them handle. Ay, man, mipla thing was you make him finish the mipla mama so stuff and now you come with another cup again. Now I look him na yaw arem na and sira lo bello mano so let's accept him was a mipla you one cup. Kind of same barem handle. Then suppose you want to thinking yet, but you go can I create him lead blame. Now by making lead blame can I same cup. But now I'm got endol and I'm got kept blame. Now look him. Cordial please or drink please you put him, you don't need the running flies. You just drink finish the carabap in the sit down story you go, now you open can I drink. You know, so now by drink then you're running flies to start. No, you have to give no grass and cups. You look it. So only one who thinks, and you think to an extent where eyes have not seen and ears have not heard, and it doesn't enter the heart of man, then you will become that which you think. So thinking is a process where tapos you look at the dictionary it's a web. That means an action needs to be taken. Okay, lo iya lo dictionary to have a particular opinion, belief or idea about something or someone or something. So that action which you are thinking, it's not only one thought or you thinking of some cup. No, you look lo cup, you look beyond the cup. And you see an end all. Where there is no end all, you see an end all. Where there is no cap, you see a cap. You look at me. Kind of for instance, now you look at ground lapi, I'm empty ground and no around. Now you mean what thinking of the ground. If a millionaire comes here or a businessman comes to them, okay, ground every side. We are interested in Milabai. Wait, ground nothing as I was this time ties too, but ties him. One of the good something by Miguel Slava. But I'm looking also there is a possibility of creating a rental properties. Where in few years' time or in few months' time, I will generate income from that land and become a millionaire, you see. So, you think was now a house stuff physically or not? Physically, there's no house. So, I looking, I'm straight. Now, you are too. No, but the one is understand about you because all the physical something stuff now or man the story now. The only thing you will hear is that that's a ties ground and stuff. But suppose man am got I look I'm looking this lap can carry him ground come or go taking ground geban sis or home sis or one up come fill him up now put him come at and looking about building more houses now rent I'm looking amas 10 placard but 10 tenants was stop here I'm looking finish to place but thinking that this time looking here I looking na yaw because I'm not talking I'm not putting a drawing that thing it's still in the place of formation. So if you can think, and then you continue to think, don't just think one na, or man come now, challenge them also, or man bakam na to kosem. You got money when ba you make. Usa lo family believe in making finish na ila walking na to stop. Clan believe usa man making na ila walking. Something lo naraw naman lo walking. You may larem, you may benim taso. I'm straight. Kind of thinking kosem basta. Samla bol to kosem. Usat mo family believe ko lo big plus school, ayo ko toto ko lo big plus school sa. Plus believe me no ka man go kosem. So ila toto lo wane sa te. Larem, you may at least you may sa ABC na 1 2 3 na. You may can speak English na, speak Pidgin na, speak English one ten na start. So I'm thinking lo samla man where you sa to kasi I'm challenge thinking now. Lo challenge you lo looking whether you thinking or you not thinking. Bible to kasi lo Proverbs 23 verse 7 also as a man thinking in his heart, so is he. So you become that which you think about. The thinking process is very challenging because when you think, Proverbs 4 verse 23 to kasi guard your heart well because out of it flows the issues of life. So I'm minimum look out him is like garden blue because la heart believe me I'm garden be or thinking you miss a plan him inside. So tamo pla group la thinking you think him na I'm stop where I no looking na yaw na aremiet ya. Na you think him better you must also say thinking you think him ya. I'm God to kasi God ready is la thinking lo manus like him God. So suppose you been think you think him la thinking lo come up with something where benefiting and benefiting planting man. You must also God thinking la thinking finish na you think him ya. So Jeremiah 29 verse 11 where I'm talking for I know the thoughts that I think towards you. So this la thinking now you think him ya. You think God make him action lo thinking past him. And make him finish you look him. Action lo thinking ya God make him finish. For I know the word know is another word. Action that God knows what you are, what He is thinking. He knows the action that He is doing. I'm no foul action blame na walking. For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, thoughts to give you peace. Look him. You know bagarap you sit down. I'm talking thoughts to give you an expected end. So that which you want to do, God thinking finish na you may thinking behind. So if we can think the way God thinks it, now you may consciously ourselves, God starts telling you, you may start to tell him. Now time you think him, you not think him, God think him now. So you can put him weird, you allow him God to come to this place where you think him, God think him. I'm not going to something behind you. Because now I must think him to it's an idea. You think him, or particular opinion or belief about someone or something. So what is belief? Belief is asserting anything is true. So you may think of some true or some God starts telling you, you may start to tell him, though you may not look. But it's an idea, opinion, now you may all him. Now I'm talking, if you believe about this, if you think on that line, then that which you think, you will definitely become. So suppose you think you're going to be successful in life. You're going to become a successful businessman or businesswoman. Or this is something you walk in here. Though baga challenges, but you are still making them come up yet. It will definitely happen. That's why Mark 9 verse 23 talks to them that believe, all things are possible. Or in other words, maybe talks to those that think, all things are possible. Because what is belief? Belief is thinking, having an opinion, idea about something or someone. So if you have a negative opinion about someone, a negative opinion about yourself, it will definitely manifest. You talk about maybe not walking. Mila walking at so plenty challenges na. I can show you most mino can come up. So you have already spoken words over your life. Now they are chattering another destiny for you. You are not seeing success or breakthrough out of that. All you see is struggle, and all you see is that you will never make it. That's why your mouth is expressing your thoughts. So, if you can think, you can become. So if you can think negative, you will definitely become that which you think. If you think also you banana walking, you will never make it. Suppose you think also you walking, you will definitely make it. Now Jesus talking Peter law, Matthew chapter 16 also. That which you think, and talk flesh and blood has not revealed that to you. But it is my Father who is in heaven. So when you think, it's not you thinking, it's God in you, being consciously aware of that which God has already been consciously aware of. When Jeremiah 29 verse 11 talks about, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you. So now you may thinking what's like thinking, prospering you mean, I give you expected outcome here. You must have this la I no looking na yo aram na no sinan lo bel lo man God been thinking finish na stop lo bel lo all man who said God like him or like him God. So now we connect the Old Testament with the New Testament now. So now you may thinking if you think of becoming a businessman or businesswoman, or you think of building a house or building an estate, that which you are thinking God has already thought of it, now you think. If people are being honest, so if you can think and continue to think and know that and believe that, your knowing is a belief that God thinking finish na meeting because I know the thoughts that I think towards you. So suppose sila thinking by giving me good plus down. And one of challenges come I'm all just challenges ta solo. Me passing me ba me looking good plus something. You say plenty time you miss a kalo this a place ta solo because you mean no knowledge. Enemy sa defeat him you mean this lab. So plenty all man sa kalo this lab where always look outcome or something. If you can think and continue to think. And your thinking, you must know that God think that thing, or God thought it before you think it. So we must put the past tense na present tense. God thought about it. That means God thinks it before you think it. So your thinking is simply a past tense to God. Because that which you are thinking now, God looking finished and been thinking before. Lo flesh lo thinking, spiritual realm. Now physical and byproduct lo spiritual. So I'm just come up now to so. The fact that we are thinking now and we think that God doesn't know it, na imila go na pray na talking God so God, me thinking was me you think one and please let him will blow you come up. God but will blow me come up in this. So you thinking me thinking stand you thinking. You'll ask me one something. You look at me. Mr. Lovena, you start Lovena, you'll ask me. Because the fact that you are thinking Jesus told us, it is my Father who is in heaven. So it is my Father. Jesus is saying that it is the consciousness of the triune God who is in the realms of thought, heaven, is thinking it before you think it. So as you were thinking into that line, into the realms where God lives, you harness the thought where God the Father lives. He lives in the realms of thought. The spiritual realm is the realms of thought. So time you thinking, If you thinking go a place where God like him, you lo thinking leme and I'm preparing for something why no look him na. Iya ino aram na ino sina lo bel lo mane. I'm start lo spiritual remia. Na Ephesians 1 verse 3 to say yes, bless us with all the spiritual blessings in the heavenly places in Christ Jesus. You think him? The fact that you are thinking now because you are in Christ Jesus. Suppose you mean to start with Jesus. By me thinking struggle, by me thinking aya life ya at la life ya. Aya au ba mi go kama bla. Em true emotion. No man no start with Jesus or thinking last time. But because we are in Jesus, we are thinking good thoughts. And those good thoughts that we are thinking, God already thought of it before we thinking. You think it? God thinking finished that you me thinking behind. You just thinking also. So why? By you mean like talking God can not talking was let your will be done when his will was already been done. By sending his son to activate the will. You look at me. You know, you to think you tasuna walk about na look at something or how you look at a place to thinking ya. You look him thinking na walk about going up and manifest. Time man pasi road lab look la narap la road. Because you must have also if you can think, you will become. And that becoming may not come in one way. If you can think, you can overcome obstacles to become that which you. Okay. So man to kosem walk past way hat la walk ya. Sampla to kosem, o money talk by walking. Sampla to kosem, now I'm hard look see ground. Hard look building church too ya. Ito yan. Emosem tok man challenges me been facing before me got tap on ministry. Now Mr. Mino look on walk blogore am hard walk because me come on the arab like thinking ken. Na time la thinking am set me free, am set me walk man free thing. You mean looking was lotu life am struggle. You mean need to sing 10 plus song lo feeling presence ko. Now you mean to talk God stop finish the meeting you start. How ba this like an good la thinking ka. You mean need to sing him plenty song lo thinking good. You mean just need lo sabe da solo sem God style so mina mi style solo. So suppose God style mi solo mina meeting him I'm God thinking stop and meeting him. Meeting him behind. So if you can think along that line of thinking, everything you think you will definitely become. I'm clearly you mean. Everything you think you will definitely become. So your focus and my focus must not on what is happening around us and what people are saying about us. Our focus must be always to think. Guard your heart well, because issues of life are flowing out of it. As you begin to think, life has been and life start to create the place for thinking. So guarding this heart well. Kain can pressure, kain can thinking come normal like challenge you like just lara motodo you just look out him is thinking good. Na kain no sem you carry group la sit go na you plan him na by no na lara wheat grow ya. By you clean him na make sure sem taro ya no kama mas cut leaf blame so. Na mas tabi go na grow na you kain get la taro you chika long way na you plan. So swamp la man ka na putin bush knife last no taro ya by pilu se ila putin bush knife tule. Tingin. Kind of you protect your thought, lo kind of don't let any Tom, Dick, and Harry come and try to erase that positive thought. If you know that it will benefit you and benefit so many people, stick to it. Kind of one man, and find him gold gone. He was 3 meters away from that gold. Now I'm give up now. I'm thinking of some local gold on the slab. I'm gonna that very place that he was 3 meters short. Someone came and found that gold and became a billionaire overnight. Now you think him. I'm no regret that because I'm going to hang up. No, God. I'm saying him thinking blame them because okay, I will think differently. I'm talking if I failed just by being 3 meters away from my breakthrough, now I will turn my quitability into stickability. Kind of some quit. He was just 3 meters away or 3 steps away from his breakthrough. From becoming a millionaire. You look at him. Now someone came after him, found that gold just 3 meters away from where he left. I'm come stop there na gold stop so lapi. Na I'm going na narap laman kam na go next 3 meters ta so lem no make atla walk. Atla walk ya mane walk ka na close to breakthrough problem na lusin ako. Na narap laman kam chila api go just 3 meters ta so le. Na I'm kaba millionaire iti. Na man struggle lo ay mas 1 kilometer amas kilometers kami. And missed him something. So I'm talking, now I will turn my quitability into stickability. So now this man start lo salim one of my insurance, life insurance. Na em sa konok lo doblo man all man tok no em basana go ina you accept him sa insurance na insurance. So I'm calling Mosem. Now I will never quit. Kind of I will stick to any idea that I came up with. But me sana pi go ina idea manifest. Because I was just 3 meters away from my breakthrough, from becoming a millionaire. So this over the time I'm sana lo doblo wampla man office lo wampla company wanem. I'm to mino na go ina bolena to yes lo buy insurance. So because he was just 3 meters away from his breakthrough. And now this man became, I'm using narapla work, same work, but I'm using narapla work, sending him thinking blame. Now I'm making millions out of selling just life insurance. Because we may come to some point where something we were about to see our breakthrough. Now you may fail. Or you may quit, now you may back off. But what God is saying is that persistence, perseverance. Why? Because that was what happened yesterday night till this morning 3 a.m. Persistence na perseverance. Suppose you want man or many way you say kind of it's like a nightmare. You dream man, but it's not a dream. You walk low. Kind of you open my you look in place, you sleep again, dream man continue yet. You look in. It's like a nightmare. And suppose you got like an experience, you must have that is persistence or perseverance or determination at work. That is something that you work low or some continue walking come and you are coming to the close of the breakthrough of it. So sometimes by look say you think lo ambla sanin bayani silo think you ba sinang to like. You like sleep too yeah and sleep and one something. You ba sleep but thinking about some real na. And so by sleep but thinking we walk it na by tani go I think opinion by na experience you to mas big man because we thinking lo plan something. These are the kind of things that you will experience. Now this is a sign that you need to persist. Continue lo swim yet lo wana sa di lo okay man. No can back off lo tok na ting lo man. You continue lo stick. Kano sa man em lo lusim em lo larims la quitability blame disabling mem lo kama millionaire. And he said I will turn my quitability into stickability. So you begin to stand on every door that he knocks till he get his senses. All talk no way I'm go around ken na kami ken. If so passing lo sample online blame yang tap ya. You talk nowhere. Now you talk us away. Price ya mo sem ya. Apa orang ko na kami ken. Ito mana sa arim to ko. Am to na kami raw dasol. Ilke sabla attitude lo mo se. Oh no ka around ko ka ban kola bli la ka games. Drink cola na yung bel cola sta. Mi raw dasol mo sem. Because all look sabla something like me all ko kam sta. Now sticky mind blood finish them they will get it at that price. And so while they are thinking, they are tempering the realms of the spirit. Because spiritual realm is a place for thinking. What happens in the physical realm is just a byproduct of the spiritual realm. So time I'm come to talk, I'm feeling most of them, bump him, show him, narapla force him, govern him. Money no sabe, but this is what actually happens. And people are doing it, but they don't understand it. So, suppose now my story no man are in display about talk. I'm true, I'm plus okay, yes. We do it, but we don't make it become part of our life. That's why there are some great breakthroughs that you miss a bump, then you miss a couple. Because Satan lets you miss something you shall make him. It must become part of your life. That's why he comes to steal those ideas, those characters, those patterns, where you miss a making a looking breakthrough. Some man sa tingin ko time, lo situation, that's all, but something come out. No, something that must have part of life. What if you are making motion over something you go, one up, you're going to make a business deal. You go no man talk, you go around, you go now looking patient, you go no less. No, give you one of the price you like it. If we can do that, I tell you, I've seen some now implements in America. And kind of attitude now he's a millionaire. This law something like an image where kind of a mystery on Arab man. Put the example of blog show. Mr. Thing is a particular person where both of us grew together. So this is a perseverance here. Time meetless a story, na time meetless a total plus or something. That's the thing that drives me to keep success going on a continuous basis. Sometimes I'm not talking man, but I'm personal something. Kind of same. I'm not give up. So if someone I know very close to me didn't give up, he went all the way to America and now become a businessman. I have to use my thought, not that same way I'm making, but we must think differently to create something that will excel me and also impact him life. So if you can think, don't let the situation, like I said, me put you up like example. Because you didn't make it to university, you didn't make it through grade 12 and you think that that's the only way to get to university. There's so many ways to get to university. Either you can go and upgrade your marks one, another way. Today there are so many opportunities online. So there are so many opportunities online that you can go and do online studies. And you can get your diploma in 1 year, while your coursemate or one era blue year or school 2 years diploma. You can do 1 year or 6 months or 12 months diploma. While on man wasting 4 years looks a degree, instead of 2 years you can see degree blue. So there's so many ways of the was one for example education important. Business too, there are so many ways of doing things. As a man thinking is that so easy. If you can think, in other words, if you can think, you can become. So that thinking process here, always really to guard your heart well, because out of it flows the issues of life. Now you will grow. There are so many weeds that will grow around you, but don't focus on the weeds. Every time one weed surface, rouse him. How about you rouse him? Don't pay attention to it. Not because you have a phone and they text you or they call you every time and you feel him skin pain, nothing looks like. No, just ignore him and make another person. Because these are weeds. How will that thing add to that which you want to accomplish? Usa sa ko lugi kon na on weed grow arelo kon you plan mo taro you plan to I'm alright. And you blow a plant says so now you plug a can grow on. You miss something kind of person. And you blow even in weed or kupla something you plug plants you plug a family of plants so. Claro, you blow a grow and understand. And this time I mean to claman and long. You look at me. You say with them one is something that book or something one is something. And when it comes to thought, thinking, you say one is something and move one is something good. So you stick, raise your level of stickability. Stick to the thought till it manifests. Now suppose, kind of say, you may make it some something finish that I'm close to. You continue going up and manifest. Making most Islamane sana lo dua go na imbis. O Islamane ba kam na you less lem to so emba around ko kam look you. Emba ko samla time ba putian lo bakse na ko ba to so emba just kam ko chelo face me ta so. Na ilu emlo totok lu ba to line chelo office ba to. Islamane emlo to nu ite to boss man no stop em ko kam yeta. Emma sawo se boss ta boss na em less lo ko. You see samla man o sem carblo lu ba non stop because always lo look on man but all stop. What can you do to make them surface? You stick. Stay there. You create your thoughts that money is happening. Me no go in a milu kemba. You simply kubla blumi. You know kubla lo man sign. So if you want to become successful in life, you must develop this kind of attitude. Think and don't just think no man to you know not make him. No one bluff family blue go university na buy go. No one bluff make him. Musa to buy make him. Sample man ball make him let me over like law film you plus no thinking. But you don't do him bago yet. Me thinking me about me come up here because if a man can think, he can become. So what you need to do is just to protect your heart, protect your thoughts.
This brings us to the end of another powerful preaching by our esteemed prophet and apostle of God, Apostle Jubal Tim Vevera. Stay tuned for more life-transforming message. God bless you.
To receive notification of our latest program uploads, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, Success Mindset Seminars. Come and learn how to shift your paradigm to that of Christ with your host, Apostle Jubal Tim Vevera.